All right, hello everyone. Got my sodas. Just kind of rearrange some stuff. All right, and let's pull up my notes. All right, let's get some of this stuff done. Balances and changes. I think after this next update, I'm gonna let the mod kind of simmer for a bit, and then we're gonna work on the machines mod and get that out. Okay, so let's see. I did the resonator work already. I changed the barrel recipes. Transmutation. This one's gonna be a little tricky, I think. Just a little bit. All right. Let's do this. Let's hop in game first. Because I feel like I gotta picture everything that I'm trying to do here. All right, hopping on in. So my idea here with transmutation is, I think I want 3 different types of transmutation. These are all going to be tied to... Here, let's make it daytime. There we go. So these are all going to be tied to the different staffs. I'm thinking that you'll have regular transmutation, which is what the wands can do, and it's what the apprentice staffs can do. You know what it's gonna be? I'm gonna tie this to your magic tier instead of the staffs. That's right. So basically, you can hold any staff, and depending on your mage tier, it will have a different form of transmutation. So if you're a tier 1 mage and you have your staff, it's just going to be regular transmutation. Tier 2 mage will have greater transmutation. Tier 3 mage will have, I think, supreme transmutation. And what these are going to do primarily, what it's going to do is it will increase the yield from your rift blooms. So I think that's what is going to happen. Hey Rivian, how's it going? Let's start working on this spell. Let's start working on it. See, this is the tricky part, is that transmutation is a single spell right now. So I suppose I have to artificially raise. Let's piecemeal this together. Let's work on function first. Hey Oder, how's it going? Let's work on function first, and then we'll backfill with the tooltips and everything. Let's pull up transmutation. I think this is going to be a good change. Where is transmutation? There we go. So I'm going to come down to here. So right here is greater transmutation. Let's create another variable here, and we will say is supreme transmutation. And because I am terrible at spelling, I am popping this into Google. Correct me, my overlord. Nope, I spelled it right. Good. I knew it was right all along. I don't need Google. All right. So we're going to come down here. If it's regular transmutation, it's going to have the 3x3. If it's the greater transmutation, it will be 5x5x5. If it's the supreme transmutation, it will have a 7x7x7 area. So you will be able to massively affect an area as a tier 3 super mage, right? So that's the first thing there. Let's look at the transmutation spell, because I'm going to have to put a hook into that. We'll go to global. Nope, that's the Riftbloom stuff. Innate. Transmutation. Boop. Boop. Okay, so down here is greater transmutation false. And we'll say instead of is greater, there'll be an is supreme transmutation false. So I'm gonna have to take a look at the staff again, right? I want to make sure that you're using one of my spell casting staves, right? So what I'm going to do now is say player dot watched attributes dot has attribute. Let's do a safety check here. You know what? We don't have to do a safety check. We can just go right into get int. I can do RMR references dot entity behavior magic tier. And we'll look at the default one, right? So this needs to be in an if statement. So if am Shagar, the Rustbound dev. Yes, I am the Rustbound dev. We are enhancing the transmutation spell right now. We're going to make it to where, depending on your mage tier, it's going to yield more rusty dust and shifting fibers from using transmutation on the Riftblooms. Oh, nice. And just as you respond. No, the ads. The ads. Help. If this is greater than or equal to 3, I guess just let me know when you're back. I hate ads so much. I hate them so much. Oh my god. It's like always at the worst moments, those ads. And you know what? It's probably like some kind of dumb car ad or something too. It's like, I remember my first Subaru. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, who's got like $50,000 to get a brand new goddamn car? Like, get this off give me an energy drink thing. That, you know, it's either a car or Taco Bell. Those are the ones. I don't know if the internet knows me more than I know myself, but those are like the ones that come up for me. And it's and for like the Taco Bell, it's either that or they're trying to sell something and it's like Fortnite that's like playing, and I'm like, I've never played this game and I don't want to. This is great. This is great. For me, it's home insurance and sex pills. I don't know why. The home insurance thing, you know, I think I've gotten like the Allstate one before, maybe. No, you know what? No, I haven't. Not on Twitch. But the sex pills, that's gotta be awkward. Jeez. Something that will never let you down. Jeez. Well, I hope that it was home insurance this time. I hope so. And I assume you're back. So yes, I am the dev. I am working on transmutation. We are expanding it to where it's going to look at your magic tier. It's going to dynamically change depending on your power. And the main goal here is to make the AoE effect greater. You know, for like a tier 3 mage, tier 2, tier 1, have different levels, areas of effect. And have it increase the yield when you harvest Riftblooms with transmutation. That's what we're working on right now. My eyes glaze over whenever they come on. You know, the sex pills thing, I've never had, unless unless it's one of the weird ones that I just don't look at, you know, like where I'm just like off to the side, and you know, like the streamer I'm watching's got like a run of like 7 ads, and I'm like, all right, let's, maybe they slip it in there and I don't even know. They kind of ad roofie me, maybe, I don't know. I don't ever remember. All right, copy, paste. I gotta swap these, copy, paste. So I'm gonna make sure you have the staff in your hand, and then I'm gonna take a look at your magic tier. And I'm gonna say if you're a tier 3 mage, then it's gonna be Supreme Transmutation. If you're tier 2 mage, it'll be Greater. Tier 1 is gonna stick with the regular Transmutation. And we are going to update this. Supreme. Man, I kind of want pizza now, talking about Supreme. It's Friday. I could have anything I want. Pizza and chocolate. I want chicken nuggets. I want that. I want like a good barbecue sauce, and I want like good fried chicken or chicken nuggets. That's what I want. That and pizza. I think, you know what? I think I want both. I think I want both. My one issue of transmutation is targeting leaves. It only hits 1 block away due to janky physics. You know, the thing is with leaves, it's a hard thing with leaves, because there's some that are like the branchy leaves. There are some that are the transparent, can kind of walk through. Hopefully with the bigger AoE range, that won't be as much of a problem. You could just peg the base of the tree, and a 7x7 should pretty much clear all the leaves off that tree. Add in Riftbloom seed pizza. People were talking about like rusty honey before. It's like, honey with a hint of penny. That sounds great. Sounds great. Is Supreme... Okay, so I think I'm done with everything in the spell itself. We have to come back to here. So I should get these triggers now. Let's go into the basic interactions here. Let's actually make these... This is our RNG. So right now you get 2 to 4 per roll, pretty much. And that's going to be for both the Rusty Dust and the Shifting Fibers. You can get 2 to 4 when you're using Transmutation. So what I'm thinking is, why not have it just be like something just to multiply it by, right? So if you are a tier 2 mage, then it should be 4 to 8, right? Tier 3 mage should be 6 to 12, right? That way, I don't want people to have to get bigger and bigger farms, because that's what's happening right now, right? Like, there's more materials that you need for tier 2 and especially tier 3. So I want to try and offset that so you don't have to expand your farm as much. But, you know, like I can offset it, so, you know, maybe you'll need it to be like a little bigger if you really want to rush into it. But leave it open for like some other mechanic that I can put in, right? Maybe a way to like grow rust crystals dynamically like the bigger ones or something, right? Have you played the story of 1.20 so far? Nope, I haven't played the story of the first story from the lore update. This is where I live. I don't get to play the game. I just get to mod for it. That's run while you can. Once you start modding, you never get to play. And then the few times, like it hasn't really happened in this community, but before, like in Minecraft, like I try and join a server, and some of the people would be like, "Oh, we have our own in-house developer," and I'm like, I'm just here to play this mod pack without, without having to run a server myself. I am not your in-house developer. I'm not gonna start making mods for you. Like, come on, man. Just let me mine my damn diamonds in peace. That could be a unique idea for Rift Blooms. Have them affect nearby skeps. Me staring at my 6 stacks of rusty dust because drones keep attacking me. Lovely drones. You can make it so your barrel rusty dust with a crystal to make crystal seedlings. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna let this update simmer, and I gotta brainstorm because I don't want to add a new system for the sake of adding a new system, right? I want to see like how did this, because this change is gonna be big. You're gonna get a lot more resources. So really, it's gonna be about, well, how does this, how does this update affect your progress? You know what I mean? Like, and then if the seeds are really a problem, then I can look into ways to like maybe offset the seed cost, right? Or I can say, you know what, instead of like, why do you need seeds, right? To get more rusty dust and shifting fibers, why don't I go upstream a little bit and say, what are you using those materials for? Like, are you just being irresponsible with them and using all your rusty dust to get these big crystals, right? Or is there like another mechanic I can put in to say, you know what, now you can grow dynamically these crystals, or you can grow a big one and shatter it with a hammer, or you know what I mean? That way you're not using those resources that you got and that you have more of, right? To put into that resource, which means it's freed up for the grimoires or whatever else you're getting stuck on. That's what I'm trying to get to right now. And the thing is, yeah, see, so you're a dev yourself, right? So like if I go too far to one direction, then it's so much harder to take things back and to nerf things, because no one ever wants a nerf. And you know what? I am paying for it right now with those damn sentry drones not aggroing non-mages. I'm paying for it right now. It's brutal. It's brutal. No one else, I don't think anyone else has a mod where they add hostile creatures and people are getting upset like, ooh, that rust creature's attacking everyone. It doesn't care. But my creatures come about and they're like, oh my god, it's the end of the world. It's horrible. I don't want to step in that again. No, and I shan't step in it again. Let's go into here. Let me continue this. So I'm going to make an int for this. I'm going to say int, we'll say size mod equals 1. We'll just have the size modifier of 1 here. I am going to, and I think I could do this here. Yeah, I should be able to do this, right? So we're gonna put size 1. Now I'm gonna do a check here, and I'm gonna look at your I'm doing this check somewhere here already. Magic arrays. This is where it is. Right? So I can get player tier, player magic tier. I thought I had made a variable for this. So I'm gonna say if player magic tier is greater than or equal to 3, I'll do a nested if statement here. And I'll say else, and then we'll check for 2. So if you are 3 or higher, then this would be 3. If this is 2 or higher, then 2, right? So, and then it will use that to modify the amount of drops that you get. So bigger range, bigger drops, muy bien. In my honest opinion, crystals should grow in temporarily unstable areas. Man, I like that idea, and they do. They kind of do. They are attached to rifts right now. So if you have stones on the ground, or if you have one of my let's see, let me get a couple things out, because I can visually show this. Let's just get some stones. There we go. That works, right? We'll come down here and I'll just wow. We'll just spawn a bunch, right? So if you have loose stones or anchors around, there we go. It transforms them already into the unstable crystals that you could then break for a chance of getting like a real one, right? The real crystals. I don't have a good way to show a temporally unstable area. It would... People are already complaining that, you know, this mod blows up their potato PCs. You know, Magic does a lot of checks. It's got to, right? That's how it does magical effects and checks for that stuff. How would it be, right? Like scanning each chunk to find the block positions that are more temporally unstable than others, and then have crystals grow in those dynamically. You know, like I'm not sure of a good way to do that without completely stroking out a server. Or people's clients, or probably both. I'm not sure about that. It's always a dance, you know, to try and do this stuff without, you know, without, like, I had an update where I'm, you know, I used to have all the checks on your mage on a 1 second, like, interval timer. And I have since, like, spread that out a little bit. Yeah, I just got something here. Pedestal. Oh, okay, I know what that is. Woof. Woof. Man, that range. It's interesting. It's interesting. If you really wanted to balance it, you can make drones target the custom class and letting them get more loot for them, but not targeting people just for knowing magic. I don't know. I'm letting that simmer for a bit, because I don't like what I made for the AI tasks and everything. And I tried to use the new AI tasks for, like, the elk, you know, to look for, like, tameable things and everything. And it keeps crashing on me, and I don't know why. So I need more time to devote to that. I mean, for now, you know, like, it is going to be what it is. I haven't really... It seems like the only people that are complaining now are the people who refuse to update the mod, and they're using like 2.2.1 because they're, I don't know why, you know, honestly. And they're like, there's so many of them, they're all over the place. And it's like, yeah, but, you know, since then I've toned it down and everyone says that it's good now. All right, so you just got to update, right? You just got to update. But yeah, all right, let me continue with transmutation. The next part's going to be this, right? Changing, I got to change the name dynamically, and I have to change the information. I got to change all the information here. Greater transmutation and this right here, because it's going to be 7x7x7. I also have to put something in here where I say something like Rift Bloom harvest yields are greater. Like, I only have so much space, so I gotta wordsmith this just right. Magic. Oh god, the winter meme. I mean, if you're in an area where your temporal stability is dropping, they should get a very small growth compared to active rifts. Well, it's the rift itself that does it, not the temporal stability. I don't, again, right? Like, I don't parse things through. Like, I think that part of the temporal stability is client side. So your client has a little more giddy up to do its own dynamic checks to see if your little wheel here is spinning or not. All right. So when you go further underground, right? But every position, every block position is different. So now when you actually have to get into something's got to tick and something's got to happen there, that's going to put a lot more strain on the server, right? Because right underneath you, everything there, what are you going to, because naturally the further down you go, right, the more temporally unstable it is. So are you just going to go down all the way to the bottom after playing in a world for 20-30 hours and have just swaths of you know, crystals? Or do I have to put more code in to where the crystals then check their surroundings when they spawn to make sure that, like, it blocks the crystal growth of others, right? Like, I'm not sure how to go about that. It's an interesting thing. Magic. So I should be able to cache transmutation and get a bunch of materials from this stuff now. We won't do it yet, Because I'm trying to see if these guys will break. Maybe I'll do something else with these. Maybe I'll plant more somewhere else. Maybe. Okay, let's focus on this. So it's all greater transmutation. Bum 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 bum. We got to pull up the GUI for the staff. Where is it? Tools. Bum bum. Here we go. Tool spell casting. I'm gonna have to look at. Let me see if I have this localized. I don't. So I think this may be it. Yeah, if this spell equals transmutation, I'm gonna have to do a little something extra in here because it looks like I'm adding the icon, which the icon's gonna be the same no matter what. And then I'm just putting the greater in front of it, plus... Okay, I think I know where this is going. We're going to create another localized key for this. So we'll have transmutation, greater transmutation, supreme transmutation. Just like the old Supreme Kai. Supreme. Oh, I just meant growth of already made crystals. Oh, that's what you were talking about. So, like, putting crystals down in a temporally unstable area? Yeah. I mean, I could do that. Because then that crystal would be responsible for checking its own block position, which would be less. It would be less overhead on that. But then, like, how fast should that growth be, right? You know, like, I'm wondering, because right now, I have a system in where... Here, let me fix this to contain it. There we go. Now I can get a little closer. Let's fix this. Damn it. There we go. All right, so I shouldn't be getting rust sickness anymore. I can get a little closer. So let's pull out a rust crystal. So I got something where you can already convert these, right? It looks to see what the closest see, like they're sparkling now, right? So this is how you could turn it into elemental crystals. This kind of looks to see like, hey, there's an obelisk here, right? This obelisk has enough essence. Over time, these will all sparkle and they will all convert to a random element, you know, that's held in that essence type. So I would like to have something where, like, I think crystal growth is going to be important. You could do it in barrels right now. It takes a long time. But maybe, like, if an area... But then, this is the other thing. People are going to be like, well, can you make something that makes an area temporally unstable? And the thing is, it's like, I don't think I can, because there's layers of the temporal stability system that don't touch that most people think are all the same system, right? There's your player temporal stability. And, you know, as you're in a temporally unstable area, that naturally will go down. It can recover based on your position, based on you killing something, right? Like a drifter to, like, get some back. There's that, and then there's the part of temporal stability that's assigned to your seed, right? Your grid. And that's the thing that I think people would want to have change, right? And they think you could place something down, right? Like, bam, you know, you place this down, and all of a sudden, like, everything in this area becomes something that is of low temporal stability. I don't know if you can do that. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably a way to do it. But it would also require you to, like, well, when you break that block or when that block gets removed, like, you need to change everything back. And how would you even do that? You know, like, I'm not sure how that stuff goes. I know there's a way to see what the current temporal stability is in an area, and I do that with my temporal stabilizer, but I basically take a snapshot of your position as a block position, and then I give you enough on the client side to counter what you would be losing, right? So it's just an inverse, but it's not affecting the actual temporal stability bound in the block position, right? I'm just using it as a reference point to change what I know I can change. So it's weird. Not sure. I'd have to think about that. Temporally unstable areas move around as well. See, I did not know that. So maybe there is a way to an easier way than I know of to change it. If that's the case, then maybe it would be doable. Because I would like you to be able to put a block or something down and then create the area, right? So you have a little more control of it. Probably a temporally unstable area though. Like I'm not sure how it works with block position, but I wonder if it would spawn more creatures too. You can affect rift activity. Rift activity is a global thing though, right? That's everyone's rift weather. Now, and I know that because I've asked people that were like 10,000 plus blocks away from me. We all have the same rift activity every time I've asked. So that's a global kind of setting. Unless something changed in 1.20, I highly doubt something changed though. Weather's more localized, but yeah, not the temporal stability. Trust me, if I could do that, then I could set the rift activity in the area where you spawn a rift with my ritual to create a rift. That way it doesn't last like 30 seconds. All right, so I got that localized. Let me pull up. I want the description, so instead of grimoire, this would be... Oh, what is it? What is it for the description? Spell description grader, all right. Do, 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 do. You know what? I like this song. Let's listen to something else here. First, let me put it on random. Let's do something else. Something to really set the mood. Damn, this playlist is getting long. There it is. There we go. You know, I heard recently, and I agree. Would you agree that it seems like the Banjo-Kazooie music, the soundtrack, it's great, but it also feels like it's making fun of you a little bit? Like the fat guy with like a tuba playing behind him, like, you know what I mean? Like it's interesting. Supreme transmutation. All right, converts items blocks into something new in a 7 by 7 by 7 area. I could say maybe greatly increases Rift Bloom yields. So I'll say increases Rift Bloom yields. You know, I should probably say this for the regular too, because I don't know if some people, I think some people still harvest with a knife. That's the other problem. I think some people harvest with a knife and they're like, I'm not getting a lot of resources when they should be using transmutation. I think those are the people that are like, I'm 20, 30, 40 hours in and I don't have a grimoire kind of people. So maybe if I put this in where I just say like it increases Rift Bloom yields, and then maybe see, increases yields, further increases. I'm terrible with words. I hate words. I can't make paper speak. Damn it. Maybe this should be greatly, and then this should be supremely. What is considered to be a long playlist? I don't know, the one that I'm rolling with that has like over 100 songs here. My personal one. Here, let's do this one. Embiggens the source yield. I appreciate the help, but I don't like that. Embiggens. It's over. It increases Riftbloom yields. It's over 9,000 there. 100 plus. Plus. We'll say plus. Increases Riftbloom yields. You know, I could say minor. Okay, I could do a minor increase to Riftbloom yields, a major increase to Riftbloom yields, a vast increase to Riftbloom yields. There we go. I'll just leave it at that because I have a lot more stuff to do than than what I'm working on right now. So I think what I need to do next. I think I need to. So that is if it's not transmutation. Okay, I know what I need to do. I'm gonna add this. We are going to expand this if statement. I'm gonna say if it's this and this dot owning player dot get, or I should say watched attributes dot get int, and this is going to be armor references dot, oh look at that, behavior magic tier, it knew. We'll put a default in of 1 equals 3. So if you are a tier 3 mage, then you're gonna hit that, and then with this one I'll say if you are a tier 2 mage, then it's going to be that. So instead of greater, it'll be supreme. Supreme. There we go. That should do it. Oh my gosh. My soundtrack folder has like 3,000 songs. Well, let's put it this way, Creative. These are all songs that won't get me in trouble to stream with. I mean, we're throwing out e-dongs here. Yes, my personal music folder has a ridiculous amount of music in it. I'm talking about the playlist that I use. YouTube that is relatively safe, that I've yet to get in trouble for. Which is another thing too, because there are streamers where I'm like, I'll tag in, and I'm like, you're listening to real grown-up music. What the hell? Just blaring it, broadcasting it. Do you not split audio sources? I'm not gonna listen to different music because I have a tendency to hum and sing along, and I'm not gonna have people not hearing the song and who I'm not the one who's so far away. Y'all are gonna listen to what I'm listening to as well. I feel the snake bite into my veins. All right. Let's see what I did. Let's see if it crashes. If it doesn't crash, we are good. We'll look at the druid staff. Why not? Well, it does something all right, huh? Eh. Oh, you know what? Let me get one of each type of staff, right? All right, so I'm not seeing any info at all right now. So what does that, oh, what does that tell me? That tells me I'm a tier 1 mage. Yeah, that would make sense. I have to make another version of this, right? This is going to be for tier 1. Instead of greater transmutation, it's just going to be transmutation. There we go. There we go. So we got transmutation. Oh, and it looks like it just barely fits. Converts items blocks into something new. In an area used in rituals and synthesis. Minor increase to Riftbloom yields. Okay, let's become a tier 2 mage. We're gonna fast track this. I'm gonna increase mana. Boop. Later. I wonder who. I want to know the people who actually click on those kind of links. You know, like, oh, this sounds like a sweet deal. It's kind of weird that they got all these X's and slashes, and that sounds like a legit place to go. Let me make sure it's the same with each one. Yep, so no matter what staff I pick, it's going to be the regular transmutation. Excellent. Now you can hear the same thing as other people on stream. It just doesn't get added to the VOD. So you don't get strikes on your account. Yeah, I honestly, I don't even, I upload to YouTube nowadays. But no, I don't do any of that. I just do this as a side thing for fun. That's all. I recently got the text-to-speech thing. I think I got it set up right. I should probably look into that. I probably would need to open that, right? Crap, I forgot what it was. Oh no, I forgot to bookmark it. Okay, I think this is it. No, wait, this is something. It's the wrong thing. Hold on. This is bullshit. Okay, yes, I have it here, right? So I think it'll come through. Bam. I thought I did that. It was like one of those late nights where I'm tired. Listen to all kind of stuff when I'm good. Maybe I'll do that. It'd be weird listening to like actual music. It'd be kind of weird. I don't know how I'd feel about that on stream. I'm wondering if I should go a little further with No, I'm not going to change transmutation. I won't change the icon. I won't change it. I'll leave it. All right, let's become a tier 2 mage. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. I got enough mana. Let's increase my maximum mana. Boop. Let's get the Sigil of Awakening. Oh, wait, is this doing something else? Hold on. Oh, damn, wrong thing. There we go. I wonder why it does that. Let's go into meditation. It has begun. All right. Greater transmutation 5x5 area. Let's actually test that out. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. All right. And now I got the admin tool. Let's just become an Archmage. Send to Archmage. Boom, baby. Tier 3. All right. Let's try the new and improved. Supreme Transmutation. 7x7x7 area. Let's see what that looks like here. let's just cast this bad boy right there. What? I've been gypped. Oh man. Woo. Ikmerma Durkle. Oof. All right. You know, I think I'm just gonna do if it equals 3, if it equals 2. Let's iron this thing out. Just iron this thing out. Let me look at transmutation. Oh, that's why. Supreme. I wasn't putting it in right. There we go. That's better. Let's try it again. The ball was right there. Bam. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it would have been that whole area. It's pretty good. The snow didn't wake up. Floating snow. I wonder if I do it. I wonder if I should do a neighbor update. Let's see if we could fix that easily here. Because I'm thinking... Let's go a little further down. So basic interactions. I wonder if I could do world in dot update entity chunk. Removes an entity from its old chunk and adds it to the chunk and new. No. Nearest player. See, what I'm gonna want is the block. I don't think I want to do anything with block. You know, it may actually be block accessor. Trigger neighbor block update. Maybe I want to do this as well as a follow-up, and then we can put in block position. Let's give this a try. So we got floating snow right there. Or just transmute the snow into air. Well, with this, there we go. So I want the snow to fall, right? So I could do a cleanup. You are right. I could do a cleanup. God damn it. Oh, these things. I'm like, why am I getting rust sickness? Oh my God. All right, so let's find like a tree that's got snow on it. There we go. Something like this. Right, so by triggering that update, there we go. It will allow the snow to like fall. That's pretty good. I should probably add this. to maybe other parts. Let me just do a quick audit here. So for Rift Blooms don't have snow that stacks on top of it. I don't think I need to do an additional update there. Torches, right? I would be turning a burnt out torch or an extinct torch into a lit one. It's not removing a block. There's no snow accumulation. Same thing with mana torches. Same thing with a fire pit. The leaves, definitely. There should be no snow accumulation on those either. The magic stations. There should be no snow accumulation. And then I think everything else, I'm not consuming a block. Like, I'm not destroying a block. Then everything with rituals. Utility blocks don't have snow. Really, it was just that one instance that I want to do it. I gotta be cautious, right? Like, cause every extra thing that I do, right? It's gonna take some brain power. Hey, look at that! I didn't know you guys still spawned. I'm so glad. So glad. I could see one of them. It's amazing. The enemy cube. Ritual for obelisk / runestone. No idea what you're talking about. We're working on transmutation. So let me get rid of some of this stuff. Yeah, get rid of all that. Let's use the better one. There we go. Ah, that's spell haste. So ideally, I could just shoot this right in the middle. There, look at that. Woohoo. Damn, 11? 24, 30, 48? Holy shit. Look at that. For that little field. Ooh. A tier 3 mage is money. Holy moly. Wow. That was pretty good. That was pretty darn good. Holy crap. Let's artificially put more down. Right? That's what we were looking at. Wait, I don't think... Yeah, I think that one was there. Right? So let's become a tier 1 mage. You know, I want to test something. Kill. Nope. Did not do what I thought it would do. Pretty sure those blocks that get removed and moved by one block during the ritual, so they might need a block update. For the snow, I mean. So you're talking about, well, snow, what would snow accumulate on? It shouldn't be accumulating on these sigils. You know what? You are correct. If you have your ritual sit out too long, you could have snow on top of your sacrificial block, right? The chiseled block. That's a good point. That's a good point. Let's add that right now. My man, thinking. So let's go into the magic arrays. There should be nothing in the minor destruction or balance rituals. The Ritual of World Essence. This is going to be the first potential. Run block consumption erase based on block position. This may be what I want to add the update trigger to. So I'm gonna just put something in here. We're gonna do neighbor right there. Where to go? There it is. So we will trigger the neighbor block update there. You know, I could actually just go through this and take a quick look. So center update to air. I will add it to here as well because I think that is the erasing of the middle thing. I'll just set it in there. So that is the center update to new block. I'll add it to there as well. Here, we'll put this towards the bottom. So consuming the mana torch shouldn't do anything. Consuming a lit mana torch shouldn't do anything. Ritual sigil shouldn't do anything. We got it in here. Consuming the magic rune shouldn't do anything. Mana lantern shouldn't do anything. Attempt block consumption. Okay, this is the main method that checks the other things. Okay, so that should be it. So if you happen to, and those will catch if I want to add stabilizers again or anything, and it's a layer that could hold snow, it should trigger the snow falling. You know what this also means though? This also means that if you do transmutation, like if you transmute like leaves or something, and there was like, you were standing on gravel and that gravel was just waiting to collapse, it will collapse your gravel that you're standing on as well. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. All right, let's reload because I should not have magic anymore. Let's see, so in the next update, there's going to be only one kind of resonator. It's going to be made out of Eldrathnium. The durability is increasing on it, and I'm removing the other three types, so I'm uncoupling it from copper, iron, and steel. The barrel recipe changes that were suggested are in. With this, I'm gonna test the tier 1, but tier 2 and 3 seem to work pretty well. Ooh, you know what we're gonna do? We're adding something to the Rift Blooms. When you look at a Rift Bloom, I want additional information to pop up top there. If you have a knife in your hand, I want to tell you what your average yields are. Same thing with the wand, right? If you have transmutation, I want to tell you what your, what the transmutation effect would be, depending on your magic tier as well. That way it's just another layer of confirmation. I've been doing a lot of runestone rituals to save, in my save, so they're on my mind. Yeah. I want to do more with rituals. I had the idea to have spells, the spell effects that you can trigger through ritual patterns. Where's the one? It may be in the other world. You know what? It is in the other world. I drew out just like a little pattern, and I think it'd be cool to do things like it shoots you forward, or it gives you like some kind of like minor run speed buff, or maybe like you could draw something on the ground and you can like do a quick heal, or like just to do, because it's such a cool system, I think. And I think it fits really well in a game like this where it's like all block grid based building. Zamana, hey! All those licks, huh? Hi. Gonna get me too excited there. It's beyond your comprehension. Okay, so let's do... let me get a knife. And let's go in front of the plants here. There we go. Let's pull up the Rift Bloom plant, and we're gonna figure this out. Where's my Rift Bloom plant? Block entity, plant. There we go. There we go. Block entity plant. So, all right, it's going to be right up here. Yeah, right down here. We are going to say if... Why do I even have that still? We're going to copy that. So I want to get you, the player. iPlayer, good. I can hook into iPlayer. I'm going to say for player dot entity, that should be entity player now, dot active hand, or I should say right hand, because that is your main hand. So let's do a check to make sure it's not empty. And then we're going to create an item stack variable. I'll call it mh stack for main hand stack equals this dot item stack. There we go. So now I'm going to say if mh stack dot item is item knife, right? So if it is item knife, I can say harvest yields there we go, right? I want to make sure I'm spelling it. I'm not doing this a second time. Every time someone points out like, hey Vice, you have something misspelled, I'm always like, damn it, if I had taken 2 more seconds to check, no one would have ever known. These people must think I can't spell anything. I do like the idea of the heal ritual. Could be a good alternative to carrying around a bunch of bandages and deep mining expeditions. Yeah, right? I think it'd be pretty cool. I think it'd be pretty darn cool. You know, you would know the pattern and activate it. Get a heal, like a little area heal too, because I can affect other people from the center point. Little emergency heal, stop the bleeding. Harvest yield equals, so for this I'm gonna have to put in, it's gonna be like 2 to 4. Oh man, I gotta put in more, huh? 2 to 4. You know, I could say, rusty dust yield 2 to 4, and then shifting fiber. Right? So I put a knife in my hand. There you go. Rusty dust yield, shifting fiber yield, right? Now I can take this a step further here. Now I can say if item is item magic wand, then it's also, it's actually not going to be 2 to 4. I think, let's double check this, but I think it's going to be 1 to 3, maybe, is what that one is. Transmutation. Come on, where is it? Entity transmutation. There we go. Oh, I can't look at that. I gotta look at block. I gotta look at the block for this. Block plant. Unblock broken. So that's the unstable logic. Here we go. Yeah, so it's 1 to 3. You have 1 to 3 that you can harvest. Let's see what that spacing looks like. Nope, I hate it. I hate it. There we go. Right? So that's 1 to 3. If I pull up a wand, because wands can only have the greater transmutation, right? So let's keep going here. So if item is magic wand, all right, save, fireball. Guess not. I guess that's not it. If item is item magic wand. Why isn't it working? It should be working. I'll paste that in. This should be item tool spell casting for this one. Show potential fixes. Oh wait, what is, you know what? I think I changed the name of these. Let me double check it. I think I have the RM at the end now. Yep. Yeah. Item tool basic wand. So item tool basic wand RM. And this is item tool spell casting RM. Let us do the old import. Right there. Perfect. And then in here, we're going to have to dig a little bit deeper, right? Because now I'm going to have to look at your magic tier, right? So we need to say if four-player entity dot watched attributes dot has get int. Let's do RMR references dot magic tier, behavior magic tier with a default of 1. So if this is greater than or equals to 3, we'll do a nested if statement. So this would be 6 and 12. This would be else if one, 2. I could have just had this be an else, but I don't know if I'm going to end up doing something a little later. This is going to be 4 to 8. And then this bottom one is going to be 2 to 4. There we go. And if I put a staff in my hand, oh, this is beyond my comprehension. let me do a quick check here. If you have these, I want to make sure you have magic unlocked. that may be nice. That may be a nice thing to check for. So if it's this and we'll do get bool. Entity behavior is magic unlocked. We'll have it set to a falserino. There we go. So now I shouldn't see anything here. There we go. Right? Because you can't cast spells. so that's that. Okay. Okay. Let's unlock magic. There we go. We'll do it the cheaty way. Right? Now look at that, right? Transmutable. So I could still look at it with a knife and I could still see the yields. Or I could look at it with a wand and I can see what my yield would be there. Or I could look at it with a staff, right? And I can see what it would be. It's going to be the same thing, right? Because I'm a tier 1 mage. Let's become a tier 2. So I should make a wand that just makes me tier 2. What's my max mana? 45, 50. There we go. Throw that. Let's get a sigil. I don't know why it does this. You gotta like do it twice. It's annoying. Not annoying enough to spend a bunch of time figuring out and fixing it. Especially since I don't know if the crucible is staying. Oh, I gotta get all my mana back. Hold on. Meditation stopped anyways. All right, it's triggering. Come tier 2. Boom. Now, if I look at this, right, it's going to be the same 2 to 4. But if I look at it now, it's 4 to 8. Because greater transmutation. Now I can use this to become an archmage. Boom, baby. It's going to be 2 to 4 again. Put a staff in my hand, 6 to 12. Pretty good, right? Wonder what those particles are from. Oh, it's from my ascension to Archmage? No idea what those particles are for. I wonder if it's this whole UDP stuff. I wonder if the client did not get the hint to kill that off and the server side did already, that entity. You never know. If it goes away after a reload, I'm cool. Yep. So it must have been a missed UDP packet. Awesome. So good. All right, and this is Supreme Transmutation. Beautiful. I think that's it. That is it. Transmutation is now more powerful, scales with you. Oh, I gotta put this in the guidebook. I hate the guidebook so much. Oh, I hate that guidebook. Sucks all the fun out of everything. You know what I realized? You are unable to see. Yeah, you are unable to see the transmutation. The transmutation spell information. You can only see what lesser Rust Orb does. You can't see that Transmutation takes 3 mana. And what its cast time is, or any information about it. Its block range. Why is my phone buzzing a lot? Do 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 do. Dun 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 do 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 do. A lot of stuff going on. Nice. All right. What am I gonna work on now? Let me take a look at my list. Is there any easy things here? So this is done. So I'm gonna have to spend time off stream to go through the guidebook, and just kind of figure out what the wording of some of this stuff is gonna be, because I'm gonna have to reflect at least the transmutation change, because I have a whole section of the guidebook on transmutation. This. I'm gonna move this further down until I can figure out this whole, like, whatever fix they did with the elk. Like, it's just not gonna be something. I gotta revisit the AI tasks. An item that could erase magic, debuff style. I remember that, so people can unlearn magic. Whew. I'm not sure how to handle that one. I'm not going to be able to do anything quick there. Remove the elemental crystal recipes from the crucible. That's right, because you can go in the crucible here and you can get a fire crystal, throw it in. Yeah, and it wants light ash and shifting fibers. Yeah, it did eat it. All right, so it wants light ash and shifting. So you can create elemental crystals directly this way. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. I'm just going to put a question mark with that. We'll see. I'm going to move that further down to kind of reprioritize this list. I know these two are just kind of low-hanging fruit things too. Find another way to use inert ancient artifacts. Oof. So bold putting that on here. I don't know what else I could really use them for. I do like the new way you use them though. All right, so I'll demonstrate that, and then I'll probably find someone to raid here. So let's look at inert. There we go. We'll take a look at this spire, for instance. All right, so you could see that it's researchable. You got to add a rusty gear to charge it. There we go. Let me get rid of some of this other stuff, right? So I can add a rusty gear, and it changes it to a charged, right? Here, I'm going to put that side by side. Meditate. There we go. So now I can look at this, right? I can learn it. There we go. And see, now that I got my mana, it actually goes back to inert. So I think that way is going to be a little better going forward. And it erases the tag for everything. If the unstable was here as well, you would see that the unstable no longer says it. So you could tell in the wild. All right. I can't really think of anything else to do. I don't like this. You know, the rusty dust yield. I think I want to say like one thing, right? Like yield amounts. You know, at some point I gotta think, like, I shouldn't have to, like, you know, specifically state rusty dust, and, you know, it should just be like yield amounts. A single line, right? A single line. Oh, you know what? Let's localize it. Let's make it look fancy. That old jingle of the keys. Come on, where is it? There's a specific color. You know what? Let's look at it in the grimoire. I do it a lot in the grimoire. Item, spell, grimoire. This right here. So for the knife, yeah, I'll do it for the knife too. Bam, bam, whoop, bam. One after another. To shreds, you say. There we go. So now when you look at it, right? It's nothing there. If I get a knife, put that in my offhand. Let's get a wand. All right, there. Yield amounts. There we go. I don't like it. I don't like it. You know why? It's because of the tags. The tags are the same color. Dust and fiber yield. Yeah, but then what happens if I have an idea to potentially have these drop another kind of resource, right? And so it's like, well, how much do I have in there? Like dust, comma, fiber, comma, you know, ash, or you know what I mean? Should probably yield. I think yield amounts. I mean, it should be good, right? Now I'm questioning it. We could spend hours on stream figuring this part out. To shreds, you say? Boom. Man, you know what this means? This means a tier 3 mage can now, like, walk into their house, right? And be like, I shall turn on all the lights. And just, like, stand in whatever the designated spot is, throw that down, and bam, like a 7x7 area could just light up everything. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Why do I have these down here? I vaguely remember putting them there. Boop. All right. I think for now, I think we are good. I think we're good. I think the yield amount was a good change. I think it's good. True, it's tough to do it without taking up a bunch of space while still making it look vaguely nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a tough thing to do. I think reading that though, that should be fine, right? Fully grown, ready to harvest, and depending on what you have, you'll see the yield amount on it, right? Like you know, we all know what the, you know, what that would amount to, right? We like whatever this drops, you know? Oh yeah, let me oh wait, let's not use the apprentice staff. Oh. So you could just like pop it down and bam. Let's see what I get. Got some stuff that fell off the side. Fell off the back of the truck. Yeah, so from one cast, I got basically 2 stacks of 64 Rusty Dust for being a tier 3 mage. And, I mean, basically 2 stacks of 64 Shifting Fibers. And I got 13 seeds, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so, yeah. That was pretty good. Mass, yeah, it's not bad. That was good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, my only real idea is maybe making it resource yield rather than yield amount. Resource yield. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so that's yield amounts. Knife. Resource yield. You know, I don't really... It doesn't bother me either way. I could make it this. But then we'd just get into word choice. That's entirely up to opinion, yeah? You know, I'll just do resource yield. Why not? I don't feel strongly one way or another. That way I can say, if someone doesn't like it, I'll be like, well, you should have stopped the enemy cube. Here's their information. If you wanna write a sternly worded letter to them, here's their Discord. If you want to visit them. I'm kidding. Here's their address, so you could personally put the angry mail directly and save yourself a stamp. I think it's good. I do like resource yield, but I like the other one too. Ooh, look at that though. Totally forgot. I need to pop it into here. Everything that I just did here. There we go. That way it only pertains to, there we go, the ones that are fully grown. Right? Resource yield. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Another Bowtorn, or is that the same one that's wandering around? Yeah. Bernardo. Just in time, Bernardo. You are closing out the party. There's only 2 ways to balance the mod, huh? What? One to give you the admin staff of wonders? The other one to delete everything and start over? Are those it? Who is streaming this game? I gotta make some dinner. Oh, Mischief is streaming? Alright. Oh, he's actually playing Minecraft. You know what? I had a couple friends talking about Minecraft to me lately, and they're trying to pull me back into mod for Minecraft. They're trying to do it. Let's indulge a little bit here. Let's see Minecraft. Sell me on Minecraft. This is not your grandpa's stream. Mischief of Mice. Yeah, or we could leave it. Yeah, you know what? I'm always rating people who are playing Vintage Story. I like other games too. I like other games. Let's do /raid Mischief of Mice. We've got to convert them all to VS. Yeah, we'll go in and be like, hey, what's this game? Vintage Story looks a little different, eh? What's that? Who's that mod developer? All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. We are making progress. We're making pretty good progress. The next update, it's going to be aimed to ease the amount of resources that you need to get tier 2 and tier 3 items. I may have just overkilled it with the transmutation thing. But I think it makes transmutation a little cooler, little more oomph. It is the original spell. It's the first spell I ever made, so it's about time it got a facelift. Go Pretty Woman on that. I will probably do something later tonight. I'm not really sure what though. I kind of want to play No Man's Sky and check out a gas giant planet. I want to play actual real games too. I also want to get my machine mod out, so maybe that'll be the next stream. I'm not sure. Either way, I think I'm able to stream tonight. We'll see though. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Adios. See you later. Bye. Oh, wait, I got a little time. If you overkill it, I feel like that just gives tier 3 mages more opportunity to downsize their operations. True, but people are hoarders. All right, bye everyone.